Okay, that's a little better. Hello. Did some lighting movement too. So, hi. Been a hot minute since we picked up the camera. I actually filmed this on January 1st. Was editing it earlier today, and it had some lighting issues, it had some sound issues, so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna refilm it. I didn't really like the structure that I did this anyways, because some things have kind of changed and I've decided to do things a little differently. We're talking about goals and resolutions for 2024. To sum up 2023, I had 2 goals. That was to leave retail and to stop spending money on material items and more on experiences. And I'm happy to say I did both. I left retail. I now work for an insurance company. Monday through Friday, I work from home. My second goal, like I said, stop spending money on material items, which I still did. I spent it on a lot of stuff. The other part of it was to do it on more experiences. And in the last year, we went to 3 NHL games. I went to 2 concerts, one of them including Queen and Adam Lambert, which was like a dream come true. Insane. Had fun. I loved it. I cried like 3 times. We've just done more experience stuff. Like in New York before we left, we did Top of the Rock. We did Empire State. But we like saw the sights and did some of the touristy things before we left New York, so that was really fun. But like the money going to the hockey games is probably my favorite. I don't think I've expressed how much of a hockey fan I am. I am a Chicago Blackhawks fan. I have been since 2002, so those people who think I'm a bandwagoner, I am not. 2002, I went to my very first Blackhawks game, and I fell in love with the city of Chicago, with the arena, everything. I grew up 4 hours from there, so we always drove there. We always went to Cubs games, so Chicago was just my sports team. I was a Bears fan growing up, a Bulls fan growing up, kind of a Cubs fan because my mother was a diehard, so by trade made me a diehard, but she was a diehard Avs fan. But I fell in love with the Blackhawks when we were out there, so been a Blackhawks fan since 2002, not a bandwagoner. So you can leave your comments at the door that I'm only a fan because of Bedard. No. My favorite player for the Chicago Blackhawks has always been Victor Stolberg. Don't know why, just love the way he played, love the way he skated. He just always caught my eye, so deal with that. Anyways, 2023 was really good. We moved to Denver, obviously. I don't know, everything feels more, it almost like it feels more like an adult kind of thing. It's kind of weird. Next month I turn 30, which is like weird. I don't feel 30. I don't feel like I look 30. And I'm not at a place where I thought I would be when I was 30. And I'm okay with that. I actually don't mind being 30. I'm ready to be 30. They always say once you turn 30, you like forget about like things, you stop worrying about things. But like I stopped worrying about the way people think about me, and I choose, like I now know like what kind of friendships I want, what kind of future I want with like whether it's having a family, what I want in relationships, all of that stuff. So I'm like there. But 2024, going into 2024, I don't really have much. When I originally filmed this video, I had a full list of things I was gonna do. It had like 9 things on it. I have a habit tracker that I've been keeping up with, and that's okay, and I want to keep doing that. I got a little pushed to the side in the beginning because I did end up getting my cycle, and that always throws me off because for like 2 days I'm in like immense pain. I'm pretty sure I'm starting to show signs of endometriosis, and so that's what I've been dealing with, and so that fully cuts me off of doing anything for like 2 days, whether it's just like leaving the apartment. I just don't want to do it. I don't want to go anywhere. So it just, that kind of side tracked, derailed all of my beginning of the year stuff. So I just kind of was like, you know what, throw it out the window, we're gonna restart. I think my main goal for 2024, I almost said 2023, for 2024 is to focus more on myself. I've done a lot of that over the last probably like 6 months. I've kind of started to like change my mindset a little bit on like what I want for the future, and now that I've kind of figured that out, I kind of want to start working on those paths to get there, because I've always been very indecisive. It's a Pisces trait, so been like that my whole life. It's why I never finished college, because I didn't know what I wanted to get a degree in. But I've kind of narrowed it down to what I like, and I do love like the aspect of social media, but I'm kind of more the person that wants to help other people with social media instead of doing it myself. Clearly, I haven't posted a YouTube video in over 6 months, so but I'm like good at helping other people. I've kind of been focusing more on that and helping other people. And one thing I've always really been into and wanting to get into more has been photography. So I've kind of been thinking about going down that route and seeing what kind of things around the Denver area that I can take classes or participate in to better learn. I loved doing film when I grew up. During school, there was a photography class, and I was like one of the few people that had a 35mm camera film only, and would go into the room and like process everything, and I loved doing that. So I kind of want to get back into that, and it's something that it just kind of recently randomly fell into my hands again, where I was just like, you know what, I think I should try and pursue that again. I really enjoyed photography and I really enjoyed editing, so we might see where that takes us. So focusing on myself would also entail taking care of myself. I've been doing really well ever since we moved here to Denver, because now that I work from home, I am not ordering food every day like I was for James Purse, the retail store. So I would spend about $25 a day on Uber Eats delivery, and if you would do that by 5, it's $125 a week that was going towards food. A bonus that has been working from home is not buying lunch. I've saved so much money. Like, what is that? Let me add that up. So August, so that's 6 months. So we're gonna do, where's my calculator? She's bad at math. 125 times 4, that's $500 a month I am saving on lunches. So do that times 6. I basically saved like $3,000 by not spending money on lunches for work, which is insane. And then in December, I also started the process of going into something later that I'm going to talk about, and that's called the no buy year, low buy year, but we're going to dig into that later. Talking about eating from home, I'm eating healthier. I'm trying to eat less food so that I'm not just like scarfing down food. Everything's going pretty well. I luckily haven't gained any weight, so that's a good sign because I haven't been active at all. But I recently bought a walking pad. It's something that I have had on my list for like 2 months. I have the pad, the walking pad. It's out in the living room. I just put sliders on it today so it can like slide under the couch and be out of the way. And it's really nice. I really enjoy it. I've done it probably about 3 or 4 times. Took a break when my period came because she can't be bothered walking anywhere. It's gotten me more active. I enjoy it's a simple walking pad. I'm not gonna use it while I work because I have vertigo for 1, and 2, I trip walking regularly. So I don't think walking on the walking pad and typing on a computer at the same time are going to be, they're not gonna go hand in hand. So we're just gonna avoid that. I'm starting that, especially here for the winter. I've kind of set a goal for myself to at least try and do it either every other day or at least 15 times a month, just like 30 to 45 minutes. I've noticed when I put on a show, it'll either be like Bones or Law & Order SVU because they're like 45-minute sets. And I just keep walking because I'm so into the show that I'm like so zoned into like the TV that I don't even realize that I'm like, oh, it's been 45 minutes, cool. Oh. And then I like walk over a mile and it's a ton of steps, so it's a good way to stay active. Health and fitness, unfortunately, go hand in hand. So we're trying. And that's kind of my biggest thing for 2024 is just kind of the focusing on taking care of myself. In the next like month and a half, I'm scheduling like an eye doctor appointment. I need a dentist appointment. I want to get Invisalign and get at least my top teeth straightened out. I'm going to see a dermatologist, a gynecologist, an everyologist, just to kind of make sure everything's good and clean. But yeah, 2024, I'm claiming it the year of me, for me, is kind of how I'm looking at this. I've been feeling very positive lately. Life has been good. Life is keeping me more positive than what I'm normally used to or what other people would say that I'm used to. Swipe over to the next thing. I'm not saying it's quite a resolution or a goal, but it's just more something that I want to do for myself and for my future, and like taking care of finances and everything is kind of a part of that. So basically what I'm doing is called, it's people can do either a low buy a year or a no buy a year. I wanted to try the no buy a year. However, I don't think I can just jump into that. So we're gonna try a low buy a year. I'm going to tag a video. I can't remember what side it's gonna be on. Is it this one? This girl named Grace. Her video is the one that I saw on the YouTube where she talks about going into a no buy a year. No, N-O buy a year. That means like you literally just don't spend money on anything. And I think she breaks it down really good. That's why I said I was gonna put it up there. She just explains it so well about not spending money, and you're only allowed to spend money on things that you actually need. But Grace basically breaks down the rules of like no buy a year, where it's basically you don't buy anything and you don't spend money on anything that isn't a necessity. The things you're allowed to spend money on are obviously rent or mortgage, any like bills, car payment, cell phone bills, utility bills. The other things that you're only allowed to buy is like, so say you have deodorant. Say you're running out of deodorant. Once that runs out, you go and buy a new one. That's when it's okay to go buy a new one. Same with like any toiletries, shampoo, conditioner, body wash, toothpaste, and just like anything like that. But it's like no clothes, no shoes, no home decor, no nothing. Like it's kind of like that. But then a low buy year, you can kind of allow yourself to spend a little money on stuff. And so this is where I kind of come in going the low, just because there are random things that pop up. But yeah, a no buy year would entail not spending money on hockey tickets or any kind of that stuff. So I didn't want to like hold myself back from having those kind of experiences, because I do thoroughly enjoy going to sporting events, and I know at some point I want to buy a little bit of a more photography camera instead of like this little guy. I kind of want to buy a bigger one. I know I'll be spending money on some things, but they're going to be either experiences or something that I've always wanted kind of thing, but not like, I'm not gonna drop like $10,000 on something. But yeah, so I'm trying to stay away from the places such as Marshall's, TJ Maxx, the Sierra. Oh my god, obsessed with Sierra, Home Goods, even like Sephora I'm staying away from. And then like anytime we go to Target, it's legit, I'm only allowing myself to walk in with a list, and I cross off those lists, and then I don't do the walk where you walk around the entire store and you hit all the clearance spots. I'm not allowing myself any of that. Go what you came for. Go what you're going for. It's the same with Costco. She's become a Costco girl. I just want to look at everything every time I'm there at Costco. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting take on things, an interesting year. I'm excited it's 2024 because I have this random thing where I just don't really enjoy odd numbers. So every time we go from an odd number year to an even number year, I'm always like, yes, it's gonna be a good year because it's an even number. It'll be good. I feel good, which is something I can't really say I've felt before going into a new year. I've always kind of felt stressed or confused, wondering what next steps to things are gonna be, but I'm kind of just relaxing and enjoying the time instead of trying to focus too far in the future. So I'm ready for 2024. We're just gonna call it good. So 2024 will be a good year. I just know it. We're gonna do this. If you feel like it, leave your own goals and resolutions in the comments below. That'd be super cool to see other people's. We're ready. If you're here still, thank you for watching this video. I appreciate it so much. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you feel like it. You don't have to. It's not gonna hurt me. With that all done and said, that's the end of this video. I will see you on the next one. Bye.